Welcome to Perth, Western Australia for the 11th biannual Australian Transplant Games. These games represent a true celebration of life, living proof of the amazing life-changing effects organ and tissue transplantation can give. With more than 25 different sporting and recreational activities, these games bring together more than 600 participants and volunteers from all around Australia and overseas. It is also an opportunity for us to thank all those donor families and living donors for giving so many others out there that special gift at a second chance of life. And importantly, these games raise awareness of the importance of organ and tissue transplantation so we can increase donor rates here in Australia and save more lives. So from all of us here in Western Australia, we hope you enjoy our 2008 Australian Transplant Games. Day one kicked off at the Bayswater Rowing Centre, where we had the rowing and sculling competitions. And the cold weather conditions didn't stop family and friends from gathering to support the competitors through their race. And in the end, the first of many medals were given out to competitors. The wet and windy weather didn't stop celebrations from kicking off.
It feels good, it's good. It was a tough race, pretty tricky conditions out there. So we rode as a team and feels fantastic.
While some enjoyed their success, the tricky weather conditions caused some drama on the water. But nothing the organisers couldn't handle. And in the end, all ended up well, although a little wet. Meanwhile, down the river at Ascot, the kayaking sprints and marathon were about to begin. After a morning of instruction, competitors were ready to get started. For some, this was the first time they had ever stepped into a kayak. Later that night, the younger competitors had a hand at basketball. They learned a range of skills like passing and shooting, and even took some bumps along the way. All in all, they were all smiles. After the kids, it was time for the adults to take to the courts with a fast but friendly game.
If I wasn't here today because of a transplant, I'd be dead, so easy choice. I have no idea what the score is, but we're gonna win.
Park on Riverside Drive, the pre-game festivities have kicked off. There are a number of participants and supporters who are taking part in a number of activities and sporting events, and there is a buzz of excitement. Even our federal Senator Jan McLucas has taken part in a 3-kilometre walk. What is it for?
Oh, well, to celebrate these fantastic people who have received organ and tissue transplants, to celebrate with the people whose family members also donated organs, and that's somewhat difficult for those family members, but to celebrate life, because that's what this is all about. The people who've been given an opportunity, another chance at life through an organ and tissue transplant.
Someone who had that opportunity is Anthony Myers.
I was 3 when I had my liver transplant, and I think I was in there for 5 months.
Meanwhile, on Riverside Drive, the cycling time trials were already underway. Following the cycling, many donned their running skills and fitness to take part in the 3-kilometre run for women and the 5-kilometre run for men. Later in the day, a traditional Aboriginal welcome greeted the participants during the opening ceremony at the Perth Concert Hall. Following this traditional greeting, the Games were officially opened as Sophie Morell took the athlete's oath on behalf of all the participants.